Hey, 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 haha, welcome to Getting High on True Crime. We are watching something today that has actually aggravated my soul beyond all soul aggravation. So, I'm gonna wait for y'all to join before I say who or what it is. But just know this guy is highly aggravating. And as soon as I press play, you'll know exactly who it is. Or at least I would hope so, because I would hope he aggravated you as much as he did me. Hey, cousin. Hi, Ornican. How are you? My channel didn't get shut down. But, oh yeah, no, it also didn't get a strike. But that video did get taken down, which is cool. I mean, that's fine. Please stop reporting my channel. I mean, I asked you nicely. I mean, it's not like I could really do anything about it other than, ask you nicely to stop doing that. And also, I would love to know what you think about this guy that we're about to talk about. Well, that we're about to watch. Because I watched this earlier. I mean, I know about this guy because of the Idaho guy or whatever. Um, and this guy is highly aggravating. So, welcome everyone. Like and subscribe, and let's get this show on the road, right? Yeah. Hold on. What are we doing? Where are we in life? Right here.
Hey, all my fabulousness. I am so awesome.
Hello? Yes. 34. There's officers here. Okay, there's always.
See guys like this. Oh wait, no, not guys like those. Those guys were ugly as fuck, but I would stop at nothing to reduce every single one of you.
We got another victim at shots fired, shots fired.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about how sad and unfair my life has been. All because girls haven't been attracted to me.
The man you're looking at is 22-year-old YouTuber Elliot Rodger. This video is one of many he recorded lamenting his obsession with his love life, or lack thereof.
Michael, you are going to have a fun time with this guy. The only thing I'm going to say is, please, if you think it would be offensive, it probably is offensive. Don't say it. But I would love to know your thoughts on this guy. And also you, Ornican. Hey, you don't tell me you seen it. I only seen it today. And I was like, oh, this guy's aggravating. I can't wait to see what Michael says.
Though his growing anger went ignored, there were countless other red flags throughout Elliot's life that he was plotting something horrific. But no one could have ever predicted just how disturbing his true thoughts were.
Well, this is my last video.
Or how far he would go to seek his retribution.
Tomorrow, is the day of retribution.
But if you think you knew just how disturbing his thoughts were, think again. Through since-removed home videos, many that have never been seen before, you'll soon learn the rabbit hole goes deeper than you think.
Guys like this.
In the infamous case of Elliot Rodger.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm at Ivy Deli. Your guy thinks somebody else is on the line.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened.
Okay, were you injured? Were you injured?
I'm shot.
Okay, where are you?
Somebody else's. We're at Ivy Deli in Isles Vista.
Okay, you're at Ivy Deli and somebody shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
The frantic 911 call you've just heard was made after someone witnessed a terrifying encounter at a local restaurant in Santa Barbara, California. Minutes before, the well-known eatery was filled with hungry college students set on having a late-night snack. But unbeknown to the customers, a vicious and diabolical
That looked like a convenience store, not a restaurant.
killer was heading their way, who would soon haunt the vulnerable college town.
Hey, Elliot Rodger here. Just took a nice walk in the park. Check out that sunset. Today I'm at the golf course. Though I don't actually play golf, I only come here to admire the whole beauty and serenity of the place. And it's one of the few places I can come and truly have a sense of escape. It's my place of refuge. The sunlight's about to fade, so I'll end this video soon. Yeah.
If I didn't know anything about this guy, I would not be his friend just because of that haircut.
Childhood.
The topic is this guy. But if you're talking about my Bible thing, you're an hour late for that. That's at 8:00. But right now I'm spending time with my cousins because I can't see them. Are you being mean to me again? Don't be mean to me. I am a nice guy and I have good time. Don't be mean to me. I'm a good guy. And I'm definitely not like douchey douche over here. Man, I could not even imagine being so self-involved that I can't see I'm what's turning people away. I mean, that's crazy. I know that I'm the reason people don't want to be my friend, and I relish in it. But this guy's out of control. So, Ornican, what do you think about this guy? Like, what do you think about this?
It all has to come to this. I'm 22 years old, and I'm still a virgin.
That's your own fault. I lost my virginity at 15 because I was tired of hearing about it. It's so easy to lose your virginity. Like, literally easy.
I've never even kissed a girl. You forced me to suffer all my life, and now I'll make you all suffer. I've waited a long time for this. I'll give you...
He's got really pretty lips, though.
exactly what you deserve, all of you. All you girls.
Well, you're right. You're right, and I should not have asked you that. Just this guy. I figured everybody would recognize this guy. This guy's out of control. But let me know at the end of it what you think about this guy. Or like in the middle, just let me know what you think. This guy's wild.
Who rejected me and looked down upon me, and all of you men for living a better life than me. All of you sexually active men. I hate you. I hate all of you. I can't wait to give you exactly what you deserve.
To truly understand how he came to commit such an atrocity, we have to start at the beginning. Before moving to America, the Rogers lived a simple life in London, and they embarked on thrilling trips around the world. Elliot recalled his childhood as memories of happiness and bliss, recollections that would soon be overshadowed by anger and indignation. He enjoyed activities typical that of a young boy: skateboarding, video game, playing outside, and reading. So how did this seemingly normal kid transform into a vicious mass murderer?
Elliot Roger here. And here I am at Serrania Park, the most significant place of my childhood. I wish I could be a kid again.
Yes.
Those were the happy years.
Yes. He doesn't see how off-putting he is. He's so into his own shit that he doesn't realize his own shit is what's getting him, like, ghosted.
And I could just live my life without realizing how cruel the world really is.
According to Leach and Roger, Elliot's mother, Elliot was a withdrawn and shy child growing up who enjoyed hanging out with his friends and family.
My mom just ordered me the book I've been waiting for so long. This is so awesome. I'm gonna read it now.
He would often write down what he wished to say, rather than speaking aloud, possibly indicating that Elliot had developed social anxiety from an early age. After moving to America at the age of 5, Elliot's parents enrolled him in a private school where he made his first
That's what I need to do. Write down my thoughts before I say them. I need to keep a notebook.
friend states, a young girl in the same class. Looking back, it
God.
was very ironic that his first friend after the move was a girl, considering that she would quickly become everything that Elliot despised.
My parents used to always take me here when I was a kid. And my life was happy and fair. Back when I thought the world was fair. How
Who
naive
did
I
you ever
was.
think that?
I
Who
was
told
only
you
an
that? They're
innocent
your
child.
enemy.
Although Elliot would come to hate many people, his love for his family would remain. However, a few months after Elliot's 7th birthday, he was saddened to hear that his parents would be getting a divorce. Following the split, Peter Roger, Elliot's father, introduced Elliot to a woman named Sumaya, his soon-to-be stepmother.
that's a good
Although Elliot
looking
thought it was
guy.
very sudden that his father had found a new girlfriend,
That's Pauly Shore's uncle.
he admired him for acquiring a fresh relationship as quickly as he did. This is when Elliot's mindset switched. He came to believe that being attractive meant you would achieve more in life, something he would continue to believe for the rest of his life.
No, I think he's dead. And hey, look, interesting people are interesting people. Even, you know. And plus, it's so much fun to talk shit about people almost as crazy as you are.
At the age of 9, Elliot developed strong feelings of jealousy and envy. He would become angry if one of his friends played with someone else and did not like the idea of sharing. Although this can be typical of young children, these intense emotions would eventually dictate Elliot's state of being for the remainder of his life.
This is my usual sunset spot, mainly because there's rarely any young couples here that I would get jealous of.
See, that's a thing. Why? I don't understand. Because he's not the only one who's like couple. And I mean, I've been caught saying it. Oh my God, couples are so gross. Yeah, but why? Like, why are they so gross though?
Craved attention and thought that if he dressed in fashionable clothes and bleached his hair,
Would you want to watch the Lori Vallow trial? I mean, I I've only watched one trial all the way through. It was the Sandra Vanderark trial. But if you want to do the Lori Daybell trial, we can start day 1 tomorrow. But you got to let me know. But we'll do day 1 at like 9 o'clock tomorrow. We'll split it up. Lori Daybell. She's the Mormon from Idaho that married this fat writer and they killed her kids. Oh, yeah, she's not allowed to do the commentary. I bet there were so much objections. I heard that she went off, but I didn't figure anybody watched trial, so I never I Hold on. What are you asking, Ornican? Because I really I want to answer, but I need to know what you're asking so I can answer you properly. It's an actual court trial happening. How about something positive? I thought about maybe ending this with a dog video. We don't know if she killed her brother. We don't know that. Although I think Zulema gave him a hot shot. It just stuck air in a needle and put it in his veins and just gave him a heart attack. Because if you really want to kill somebody, that's what you do. You stick air in their veins. Or you punch them in the nose, but you press up so the little nose thing goes into their brain. Yeah. But you got to have a hard punch, man. It takes a lot to break a nose. But anyway, I was thinking after this we would do a happy dog video.
That his status in the so-called hierarchy would ascend. But as time went on, Elliot found himself to be an outcast.
I've been cast out. No one likes me.
I wonder why.
No one accepts me.
Wonder why.
All my life I've been struggling to fit in with the poor kids. I've been struggling to get a girlfriend. No one has ever accepted me.
In an attempt to help the young child, Elliot's parents began taking him to psychiatrists. These visits became routine throughout Elliot's life, but unfortunately, no one was able to prevent the horrific events to come.
No. Wait, it's not a Bible study. It's just Bible fun. It's Old Testament fun is what it is. Only today it was not fun. It's totally boring. Oh my God. I can't wait to get over these rules. Do I live for this? I live for my Old Testament stories, and I want to spend time with my cousins. Because I don't have any family where I'm at, except for my kids and my husband. I don't get to see my family very often. So I figured how to live stream. And this is what I've figured out how to do. Because I was making just videos, but then my cousin got cancer. So Now, I watch this true crime with my cousins to give them something other than focusing on radiation and stuff. I figure it's good. I'm bored. Everybody in my house is asleep. And and really the Bible stories, if you show up, not today though, because today was just a bunch of fucking rules. But normally the Bible is really funny. We laugh all the time because God is out of control. He's got multiple personalities. He's got issues and ADHD, God level ADHD. And they don't make God level Prozac. Anyway, let's watch some more of this so we can find some dog videos.
Hey, Elliot Roger here. I'm sitting in my car, making another entry in my collection of vlogs. Ever since I hit puberty, I've wanted girls, I've desired girls, I've been sexually attracted to girls, but they've never shown any attraction back to me.
Elliot stated that his joyful existence came to a halt during his ascendance into puberty.
You know who he looks like? That Blair, the transvestite, what's her name? Blair White, the lady man who hates the transgenders. Her name is Blair White. He looks like her.
And
He looks like him who wants to be a her.
claimed to have begun his prolonged vendetta against the female species. Identifying as the invisible kid in school, Elliot began acting out to gain attention, to which he undoubtedly succeeded. He was teased by his fellow classmates and remembered one girl in particular that would regularly berate Elliot with her friends. Elliot began to hate all girls because of this. Regardless, his entire existence from here on out revolved around one goal: acquiring a girlfriend. Although he possessed a strong hatred for the young classmate, he believed that having a girlfriend would make him happy. But as he grew older, the promise of accomplishing such a task seemed to become almost impossible. Elliot went on to use the fact as a twisted justification to commit.
For as weird as it is, he is not a bad looking lady, for sure.
An unthinkable crime. We cannot draw any conclusions regarding the likelihood that Elliot had a personality disorder, but his intense desire for attention is a key feature of narcissistic personality disorder.
You denied me a happy life. You deprived me of sex. And I will take great pleasure in denying you life. It's only fair.
Elliot became depressed into his teen years due to the fact that he transferred through multiple schools and was continually bullied at each one. Not long after, his parents resorted.
You know what? I'm glad I was my YouTube personality before my YouTube personality, because not much is different between my YouTube character and my person, me. It's not very much of a difference. I am actually Nikki K the Great in real life. But I couldn't imagine having a hate-filled channel and then just believing it. You know, just believing the hatred that I spit on the internet. You know? I mean, I say some pretty raunchy things sometimes about these terrible ass God people. But I mostly talk shit because it's funny. But I couldn't imagine making videos only of hatred. Like, only make videos of how much I hate stuff. It's insane.
To homeschool. His social anxiety worsened, and he was prescribed Xanax and Prozac, but stopped taking them after a year. It came to a point that at the age of 16, he broke down at a family friend's dinner and confessed that he wished to commit. This was due to the fact
He is not a bad-looking lady. Blair White is a man.
one of the girls at the dinner had invited her cool friends, as Elliot referred to them. He was unable to cope with the thought that he was not a part of the cool kid group. Additionally, he grew upset about the lack of attention from girls that he desired, and felt disgusted when he would see others in relationships.
I've concluded that females have a very flawed and perverted form of sexual attraction.
After high school, Elliot attended Pierce Community College, where his behavior became increasingly aggressive. Remaining an outcast, he was supposedly attacked by fellow students, including an incident where 4 young men threw eggs at him while Elliot was walking back to his mother's house. Elliot retaliated by throwing an egg at their car, causing the men to initiate a fight. He was armed with a knife and brandished it to scare the boys off. After this incident,
Okay. Where are you from, Ornican?
he felt powerful and would soon invoke similar acts. Elliot maintained few friends throughout his college experience, but his extreme views on women and the world had put a strain on their relationship. Elliot felt even more slighted by this. He eventually dropped out of Pierce and enrolled at Moore Park, but then transferred to Santa Barbara City College, where he studied history and geography, although his focus remained on his anger towards.
Oh, okay. He is not a bad. Hold on. Damn it. Never mind. Wait. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind.
People.
Never mind.
This world, it's so twisted. It's so cruel. And you girls make it cruel.
While attending Santa Barbara City College, Elliot moved into an apartment in Isla Vista and soon began exploring his new surroundings. He would frequent the local Starbucks, where inevitably he often witnessed couples waiting in line. On one occasion, he supposedly became so infuriated at a specific couple that he followed them out of the establishment before splashing them with hot tea.
Okay, if you need to do this, you've gone too far. You need to just go down to the red light district of your local city and pay a nice lady to spend time with you before you go and do shit like that.
Apparently did the same to 2 girls on a separate occasion that didn't show him the attention he thought he deserved. Elliot felt triumphant after his unprovoked attacks and quickly realized that he was capable of doing much more.
I'm so angry right now. I was enjoying a peace time at this beach park, and what comes to sit in front of me? A young couple, a guy with his hot girlfriend. I mean, who do they think they are?
I'm willing to bet she's not even that hot. Because looking at her from back here, she looks wide.
Coming here, sitting in front of me to make you jealous. This is the reason why I hate the world. This is getting too out of hand. I can't go anywhere anymore without seeing these young couples getting jealous and having them remind me of what I'm lacking in life.
Narcissistic people are extremely hypersensitive to criticism and rejection and can become angry, spiteful, and violent towards anyone whom they perceive as mistreating them or not giving them the special treatment they feel they deserve. This is not only due to the narcissist's fragile self-esteem, but also because they feel they are special and unique and should therefore be accepted, welcomed, and admired by all those they interact with. Undeniably, this seemed to be the case for young Elliot. He was still very intent on having a girlfriend and thought that becoming rich would make him more attractive to girls.
Yes.
Using the monthly allowance from his parents, he spent this on hot clothes, including brands such as Armani and Hugo Boss.
Right now I'm wearing my Hugo Boss shirt. It's one of my favorite button-down shirts. This is a shirt I wore to the premiere of The Hunger Games. I look fabulous. And yeah, I did walk on the red carpet on that premiere.
Except for that haircut.
Quite an experience indeed.
He strived to look of extreme wealth and felt that he was superior to all other men when doing so. He even spent $700 on lottery tickets and took multiple trips to Arizona to purchase them, but failed to win. He felt hopeless about his life, and it was around this time when Elliot considered the idea of carrying out a deadly act of revenge. He deemed it the Day of Retribution.
Truly a beautiful day. But, as I've always said, a beautiful environment is the darkest hell.
Well, my dear, you don't need my channel to watch it. Nobody asked you to be here. I sure as the fuck didn't ask you to be here. But what I will say is while you are here, please press the like button and subscribe. And if not, then don't. I don't care. I just want to watch this dude self-destruct. And then I want to watch a puppy video. Don't be so mean to me, man. I'm a good guy. And I have coffee and weed if you want some. I even got a cigarette. So just sit down and relax.
If you have to experience it all alone. And sadly, I've been alone for a very long time. I do everything I can to appear attractive to you. I dress nice. I'm sophisticated. I'm magnificent. I have a nice car, a BMW. Well, it's nicer than 90% of the people at my college. No, I'm polite. I'm the ultimate gentleman. And yet, you girls, you never give me a chance.
Am I a guy? No. Man, could you imagine if I was a guy? I'd be mushroom stamping every single person I come across. Man, they'd be like, what are you in jail for? I'd be like, I was sticking my dick on foreheads, man. That's exactly what I would be doing. Yeah. I'd be smacking everybody in the face with my cock. For sure. Yeah. But come and get some. Yep, sure would.
I don't know why. You know, I put a lot of...
And part of me thinks I was part of me wishes I was kidding, but me thinks me not kidding.
effort into dressing nice. These sunglasses here were $300. Giorgio Armani. So I'll put them on. See? The guy you should be going for.
That's exactly. Yes. That's exactly right. Yeah. But I could see why people might have a problem with him because look, he's dressed in all this whippy shit, but look at them eyebrows.
For not those obnoxious slobs you love so much.
Those obnoxious slobs have way better eyebrows than you do, bro.
I don't know why you're not attracted to me. I don't know what you don't see in me.
It's those lips.
But I'll make sure you all pay for it.
You got the DSL.
Elliot's speech and mannerisms are similar to that of individuals with developmental delays, specifically autism spectrum disorder. The dialect can be recognized as monotone and flat, but in some cases it can be exaggerated with the use of very formal
If he gave me enough money, I would.
vocabulary, as is the case with Elliot.
You've deprived me of love and affection all my life. And that's a declaration of war. If it's war you want, then war you shall have.
Adults with autism spectrum disorder sometimes speak and behave in a manner that mimics a favorite TV or movie character. Elliot seemed to have been doing this as he appeared to be impersonating the words and facial expressions of
The Rock. He's doing The Rock. Wait a minute. Wait.
And war you shall have.
Adults with autism spectrum disorder sometimes speak and behave in a manner that mimics a favorite TV or movie character. Elliot seemed to have been doing this as he appeared to be impersonating the words and facial expressions of
That's The Rock. That's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I would know that anywhere. Wrestling is my fucking favorite. That is literally The Rock right there.
villain. It would later be confirmed that Elliot was diagnosed with Asperger's disorder, which is now known as autism spectrum disorder. But in no way does this correlate with his actions.
I'm going to show you all a short little tour of this college town called Isla Vista. Every time I drive through this place, I am overcome with rage. Here it is. I'm approaching a street called Del Playa. So many beautiful girls walking around here. But they would never give me a chance. See, look at that one. I just passed one. Here we go. Look at this. Groups of hot young sluts who would just reject me. And look at these douchebags right here. These assholes, these obnoxious little slobs. Those are the kind of guys that girls like, instead of magnificent gentlemen like myself. Hold on, let me check if I'm getting some good footage.
You know, people always like, I can't get a job, I can't get a job. But they don't go out searching for jobs. They just go standing or sitting somewhere. And like, I can't find a job, man. I gotta sell drugs. Just like this guy. Oh man, these girls would turn me down. These girls would turn me down. But they don't even go make it. He doesn't even make the effort. He doesn't even make the effort to go find out. Just like some of these people don't make the effort to go find a job. They would just rather say there isn't one than make the effort to find one because it's easier to do the wrong thing.
To fuel his rage, he would also scour the streets of Isla Vista at night, hoping to find couples and beautiful young women to chastise from his car.
You're an asshole.
This further indicates Elliot's sense of grandiosity.
Oh, okay. What are we you-ing and you-er? What are we doing? Are we word Naziing people? Don't word Nazi people, man. And I'm watching them and you're watching me. So we're both hate watching things. Look, press like and subscribe. I press like and I subscribe to this video of this guy. Oh, I didn't subscribe. I thought I did. I subscribed to the other one. Anyway, I press like. So you press like. We have good time.
As he likely felt a surge of confidence while stating the insults. It's noteworthy that he makes these comments from the safety of his car, rather than confronting the
You know what? I bet he's this Papa Rogers. He's the kind of dude that wears a mask in the car by himself. That's this guy.
just the face,
He's
giving
scared
him the
of his own
feeling that
germs.
he had the upper hand.
Here I am, Elliot Roger. Beautiful, magnificent gentleman. Though the girls around this town don't see it. This world does not make sense.
Your haircut don't make sense.
This revulsion for people in relationships compelled Elliot to share his thoughts in online forums, one of them being bodybuilding.com, where he writes, "It's been my life's struggle to
I
get a
got
beautiful
weed
white
walking
girl.
too.
Along with this,
Hey.
authorities
Hey, smoke this bowl with me. I got my Johnny Depp mega pint of coffee. So you can have coffee and weed, and I'm about to roll a cigarette, so let's have a good time.
located several other posts written by Elliot that continue to expound his fury for women, such as "women don't deserve rights," and "they are evil, sadistic beasts who whore themselves out to degenerate men and ignore the men who actually deserve them."
Fucking right.
There were
we
about
do,
28
right now.
pages filled with similar rhetoric, each post more hostile than the last.
And look, that's the house I got beat up at when I walked in on a party. That was
Okay,
about
let's see the
almost a
story
year ago
behind
now.
this.
The beating that Elliot referred to happened during the summer of 2013. While at a house party, Elliot was jumped by a group of college kids before being pushed off of a 10-foot balcony. He stated that they were trying to hurt him without reason, but the truth was later revealed that Elliot had attempted to shove multiple girls off of the balcony after making gestures to imitating a gun towards the partygoers. A group of young men intervened, and, of course, Elliot lied about what
Oh my God. Warren again. Look, what are you doing? Look, we're supposed to be having a good time. Look, there's 20 minutes left of this video, and then we can watch a funny, how about like cops rescue animal videos? I think I got some of those. Dag nabbit, for sure, dag nabbit. But look, I'm gonna say everyone's freedom of speech ends when the YouTube rules begin. Do not be a party pooper. We are all friends. We all have weed and coffee, so let's smoke some weed and coffee and watch this guy. So then we can watch a dog video. A
What
cat video.
happened
We
to
can
his
watch a dog and a cat video.
family and the police. Once again, he was
I
furious that
don't
the girls
know.
didn't take an
I
interest
don't
to
know
him
what the
and
under
violently
250
retaliated.
subscribers
The
are.
violent party event
I
would be
quite
Elliot's
frankly don't
last
care,
straw.
like I
See
said.
guys like
I
this.
want to watch this with my cousin.
Right now,
and
not guys like those. Those guys were ugly as fuck, but
I didn't
see, look here.
My cousin,
A house party. Beautiful girls talking with their
you know.
frat boys. I hate them all. They think they're better than me. They'll never
that's 'cause
accept
they
me as
are
one of
better
them.
than you.
Those girls would never go for me.
We didn't have
During the later months of 2013, Elliot received 2 new roommates, students at UCSB, who he greatly disliked. Their arguments seemed to be a daily occurrence, and Elliot even reported one of the young men to the local authorities for stealing his candles. The 2 friends found Elliot to be strange and
it's
obnoxious
nighttime,
and planned to
bedtime.
report him to their
And we're
complex
watching
manager.
TV.
Tension would continuously rise, but
We're gonna
unfortunately,
kill you.
the pair would eventually
Well,
meet a cold
gotta
and
clear
cruel
it.
fate.
I mean,
The
you
girls
probably
are not
maybe smoke
attracted to me.
people while we're watching.
There's a major problem
You
with
know,
that.
relax and chill a bit.
A major problem. That's a problem that I intend to rectify.
In preparation for the unforgettable day, it was discovered that Elliot read books on mass murderers and serial killers at the library, but would never actually take the literature home.
I will not let this fly. It's an injustice that needs to be dealt
Or, well, yeah. My freaks are fucking grown ass adults. How old are they? 18, 19, and 22. Yeah, 18, 19, and 22. fucking wild.
He would also research various torture equipment, such as Spanish Inquisition torture devices. But it was later revealed in a recovered document just how far he was willing to go to attain his satisfaction. Following Elliot's
My kids do not feel lucky.
liberation, the day had finally come for the twisted mind to take his revenge.
Well,
They'll tell you I'm embarrassing as shit. I just do random things. I call my daughter's boyfriend Naruto, and I treat him like he's a cartoon. It's the greatest.
this is my last video. It all has to come to this. Tomorrow is the day of retribution. The day in which I will have my revenge against humanity. Against all of you. Well,
I mean, they might be proud of me. I don't know. I never asked them. Be like, hey, freaks, are you proud of me? And they'll be like, your greatest accomplishment in life is going to the penitentiary. No, I am not proud of you.
this is it. This
I
is my
made it out of
last
jail.
video. It all has to come to this. Tomorrow is the day of retribution.
It's evident here that Elliot is bordering on delusion with this bizarre performance. It's possible that his off-putting personality, so to say,
No, Ornikin, I don't know. Well, apparently it's a girl. She just wants to be hateful. Hi, poor Sue. I've never seen you before. Hi, how are you? My name is Nikki. Press like and subscribe. We have a good time. At 8 o'clock, we do Old Testament live stream. And at 9 o'clock, we do Getting High on True Crime. Have a good time. We watch random killer documentaries and shit and sit around and smoke a bowl and drink some coffee. Oh, are you being mean too? Is everybody being mean? Or are we just being mean today? We shouldn't be mean today. Oh, it's see, I thought that meant Connecticut. Oh, it's a guy. I thought it was a girl. Oh. So you know him? Is he being mean? Oh, so he's watching me on 2 accounts? Sweet. Let him in. Let him have a good time. Make sure both accounts press like. Well, I hope both of his names press like and subscribe. That'd be cool.
is exactly what ostracized him from his peers. But Elliot's vindictive persona would propel him to organize a horrific
'Cause I'm baked. Man, I fucking wish I was baked. My bowl's not even gone yet. Man, I wish I can't even find my bowl. I wish I was baked. Oh, could you imagine if I was baked right now? That'd be so cool. Man, I want to be baked. Damn it, you done made me jealous. I don't even have enough weed to get baked.
attack. Before his day of retribution, it was discovered that Elliot had sent a disturbing email to his parents, therapists, and acquaintances entitled My Twisted World. This would later be known as Elliot's Manifesto, where he detailed his anger and frustrations toward the world, specifically women. Not only that, but the killer also went into chilling detail about what he really had planned for the vulnerable town of Isla Vista.
Minutes ago, I finally checked my email. I saw this letter. It's from Elliot Roger, who's a Santa Barbara City College student. It's 141 pages. So when you get to the end, which is where I went to immediately, page 134, it's a very detailed attack they planned on taking in Isla Vista, including shooting people and driving a car to intentionally run over pedestrians and then shooting himself.
You girls have never been attracted to me. I don't know why you girls aren't attracted to me, but I will punish you all for it. It's an injustice, a crime, because I don't know what you don't see in me. I'm the perfect guy. And yet you throw yourselves at all these obnoxious men instead of me, the supreme gentleman. I will punish all of you for it.
Elliot's maniacal laugh almost sounds forced, like he's an actor playing a part, and his smile is likely feigned. Fake smiles are one of the most common nonverbal lies in body language, and only includes the mouth compared to genuine smiles, which involve most of the face. Elliot also wrote that he planned to kill his younger half-brother Jazz and stepmother Sumaya. He accredited this decision to his hatred for how Sumaya would supposedly mistreat him, and even though he mentioned that he and his half-brother had grown closer over the previous year, he could not bear the thought of having someone else live the life that he wanted.
What are you doing, Jazz?
Yeah,
Elliot wrote that
Jill,
Sumaya would allegedly chastise.
Please don't report my videos. I'm actually not doing anything for a bad reason. I don't even get monetized. You know? I don't. I just want to watch TV with my cousins.
Him, saying that Jazz would go on to become a
Yeah,
successful.
the passive aggressive thing is kind of like, you don't really need to do that. I don't know if we can watch any comedy things. I don't know. But I know tomorrow we'll start the Lori Daybell trial. We'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow night we'll start day 1. And we'll fast forward through. There's a lot of breaks, isn't there? Because Lori Daybell. Where you're like saying nice things, but you can kind of tell you're being an asshole. You know, the whole I'll report you for copyright or for something. I don't even understand what you said, but you probably shouldn't do that. Well, okay. Well, fine. Let's just all start over. My name is Nikki. I don't want to fuck with anybody. I tell Bible stories and watch true crime. Oh, cool. So then we'll be right on time. We'll be right on time. But I figure we could do that. The whole thing. But anyway, my name is Nikki, and I would like all of you to have a good time. This chat is really just beginning. You guys are the only ones here, and we don't even know each other enough to be arguing or fighting or having issues. We don't even know each other that well. We literally have all been in the same chat right now today for the first time. So it's nice to meet you guys.
Term. He'd have lots of friends,
And Miss Muddy, I love you.
as Elliot would not.
I'll be a god, exacting my retribution on all those who deserve it. And you do deserve it, just for the crime of living a better life than me. All you popular kids, you've never accepted me. All I've ever wanted was to love you and to be loved by you. I've wanted a girlfriend. I've wanted sex. I've wanted love, affection, adoration. But you think I'm unworthy of it. That's a crime that can never be forgiven.
These thoughts are indicative of severe
Ricky's my cousin. His mom is the one recovering from cancer. And Miss Muddy right here was the first lady to ever watch a live stream of mine. So she's very highly special. She's the first person that ever chatted in a live stream of mine. So she's like literally day one. Is Miss Muddy your cousin? Ah ha ha.
antisocial personality disorder. Based on the contents of the email, his desire for revenge and his willingness to harm others in such a callous and vicious manner,
Well, we don't know you. And technically, with you here, it is the first time we've all been in the chat room together. I don't want to play word games with you, man. I want to watch this video. Look, there's 20 minutes left 20 minutes ago. We're almost done, so then we can watch a dog video, a happy video, something. I just, you're thrown off the programming.
it's a complete lack of empathy and poor moral conscience. Although it was never expected that he would take his anger so far. Next, it would be uncovered that the original day of Elliot's retribution was previously set for April 26, 2014. This was due to the fact that he knew of his father's scheduled business trip, which guaranteed his absence. Elliot was sure he would be able to successfully complete the murders of his stepmom and stepbrother without worrying if he would have to kill his father. But 2 days before his arranged day of carnage, Elliot fell ill with a cold, and his dad arrived home from his trip earlier than expected. It seemed in Elliot's murderous mind that it wasn't of the right timing to commit his so-called revenge, as he so desperately wanted things to be perfect. He would then reset the date for May 24th, almost a month later. But instead, for an unverified reason, the horrifying incident would occur the night prior, perhaps suggesting that Elliot assumed his retribution would last into the early morning hours.
And in turn, I will deny all
Well,
of you life.
If it is the second account, I hope the first account subscribed. I mean, there's more like a 10th hot shot. And I'm sorry, but after the first hot shot, there is no 10 hot shots. You'd be wasting air bubbles because they'd already be dead after the first one. You literally get one hot shot. It's like you pull the needle out a little bit, pull the plug out a little bit, put some air in there, stick it in the vein, pour some blood in there, pull some blood in there, and then shoot it, and bam, you have a heart attack. Just like that. But I only saw that on TV. I don't know if it really works. Nah. Can we get a third?
It's only fair. I hate all of you. Humanity is a disgusting, wretched, depraved species.
Well, what do we think that, like, because that first guy, Orican, uh, that was the one trying to actively shut down my YouTube channel. I don't know who poor Sue is, but she also threatened to copyright my channel. I don't know who they are.
While unaware that his future plans would be unexpectedly put on hold, Elliot released multiple YouTube videos 1 week prior to April 26, 2014, showcasing his
shit,
frustrations
that's
with
coming up.
life. However, he wouldn't release his final video until the day of the shooting, which puts into detail just exactly what he intended to do. Although he does not speak of his set plan in the initial videos, it goes to show how his enraged mindset grew with each day.
Oh, check it out. There's me. In all my fabulousness. Oh yeah. Elliot Roger. I am so awesome.
When Elliot made these videos, he likely didn't imagine where they might end up. In the last place, someone with a fragile ego would want them: Reddit. A participant located some of Elliot's videos, which made the users
Next time, we gotta mostly ignore them or just be super nice to them and just, kick them out on the low. Hey, you two, just, if they start saying things, like, we'll be nice and say things back, but if it continues, just silently put them in timeout or whatever.
is disturbing
We'll just do it that way.
and unpleasant to watch. One of them being a student at UCSB, who would then go on to confirm the deadly event to their fellow online peers. Many of the comments regarded Elliot's awkward mannerisms, some even predicting that he would go on to commit a terrible act. But others would shockingly side with Elliot, expressing their synonymous feelings of loneliness. Some of the accounts wished that they had warned police when they initially viewed the troubling content, but it was later revealed that the authorities had a chance to prevent the attack well before the memorable day.
This world. It's so twisted.
What's that face about, Marty?
It's so cruel.
What's that face about?
And you girls make it cruel. You girls have starved me of and enjoyment and pleasure for my entire youth. You've taken 8 years away from my life. 8 years I'll never get back.
Oh my God.
Elliot's mother came across the uncomfortable videos soon after they were posted, while researching her son's name, fearing that he may have been transported to a nearby hospital. The worried mother hadn't heard from Elliot in 3 to 4 days, and was feeling very uneasy regarding his whereabouts. After finding the alarming content, she immediately contacted mental health officials, who alerted the local authorities. Officers then began to look for Elliot and found him in his apartment before proceeding to ask about the videos. When conducting the check, police surmised Elliot to be an extremely polite young man that did not seem.
Yep, and they really don't. And they really don't. That's why you let me say something nice to them and then you quietly cut them off or, quietly kick them out. That's fine. Just mute them. They can still talk and chat. We'll just talk around them. It don't much matter. But this has got to be a good place because families in here. And, you know, when family are around, things should be respectful. So, and like my older lady cousins are here. Michael's mom and grandma. So we got to keep it cool, you know. So just let me say shit to him and then you guys quietly mute him. And we'll run we'll run our party house just like that.
To be acting in a concerning manner. The 22-year-old convinced the authorities that he was completely fine, stating that he would not hurt himself or anyone else. Compared to the bold presence Elliot portrays on camera, in reality, he was very withdrawn and quiet. While the officers may have thought Elliot to be a normal resident of the college town, they never would have guessed that they were talking to a cold-blooded killer who could have been stopped.
I mean, yes, I'm a shy, quiet guy, but I have good qualities to myself. I'm a gentleman. You know, I'm sophisticated.
LOL.
I have good values. And I can be fun, too, if they just give me a chance to open up.
Number 3.
But girls never give me a
number
chance
3.
because they're evil and cruel like that.
Just change your name.
Although
to
Elliot
number
talked about his
3.
plan for the day of retribution in his most infamous video, he left out the horrific agenda that was supposed to take place one day before the actual attack. This included his idea of kidnapping, tormenting, and killing his victims within his apartment. He admitted that in order to do so, he must eliminate his 2 housemates so he can utilize the space for his diabolical activity. Next, he schemed to lure people in one by one, to which he alluded that monstrous acts would be performed. Unsurprisingly, Elliot stated that he would torture those he deemed attractive first. He detailed how he would pour boiling water on their bare skin, along with flames, stripping and cutting their flesh before removing their heads. Finally, Elliot wanted to disperse the severed body parts amongst the city streets, while simultaneously executing his bloody rampage.
We are done playing. Yes.
You will finally see that I am, in truth, the superior one. The true alpha male.
To begin his day of terror, Elliot attacked and killed 19-year-old George Chin, a friend of his roommates. He left his body in the fetal position, surrounded by blood-ridden paper towels in the apartment bathroom. The autopsy report would identify that George had been stabbed approximately 94 times. Elliot then took out his rage on his 2 roommates, 20-year-olds Waihan Wong and Chen Hong. He attacked and killed them in one of the bedrooms, leaving their bodies face down with bed sheets and clothes over them. They too died from multiple stab wounds. Hours after taking the lives of his first 3 victims, Elliot took his evil plan to the streets of Isla Vista. It's unknown what exactly he was doing in the time between killing his roommates and when he was spotted next. He was apparently seen at...
Oh, man. Don't you do things? Listen. We're almost done with this. Like, literally, what? 13 minutes left? Look, 13 minutes and then we're going to a dog video. Look, so let me finish watching this. It's about to get good.
Approximately 4:40 in the afternoon on May 23, 2014, while boarding a local bus in Santa Barbara. Bizarrely, 2 young girls were also walking in front of him, visibly shaken up. They sat very close together, once in their seat, while Elliot sat directly behind them. He supposedly whispered, "Don't look back," while his hand rested in his backpack, suggesting a gun was in his possession. He was apparently sharply glaring at the pair and looked very angry. The girls seemed like they were being held hostage by Elliot and possibly intimidated into getting on the bus with him. Unfortunately, it's unclear as to what may have happened to the individuals before and after this. Around 9:15 p.m., Elliot made his way to the Alpha Phi house in Isla Vista, California, where he planned to kill every girl that resided in the well-known sorority. He knocked on the large wooden door for 3 minutes straight, but the tenants refused to answer. Luckily for the girls, a code was required to enter, something apparently Elliot didn't know, although it was later discovered that he'd been stalking the sorority for quite some time. His inflated sense of self-esteem may have led him to think that someone would open the door for him without question. In his mind, he was an extremely attractive and well-dressed young man.
Of course I do.
Why wouldn't the girls open?
I haven't been disrespectful to you. All right, Michael. I'm respectful to y'all. And it doesn't matter if, like, you haven't given me a reason to disrespect you. But I mean, I suppose you could. Doesn't mean I would, though. You might not be worth my time.
The dorm. Fortunately, the sorority sisters were able to dodge the determined Elliot, but others weren't so lucky.
Okay, one, I'm getting advised that we got multiple gunshot wounds on the corner of Del Norte and Segovia.
Del Norte and Segovia.
Unfortunately, genetic code 3 down on the corner of Segovia and Del Norte, and I need 3 ambulances here.
On the day of retribution, I am going to enter the hottest sorority house of UCSB.
About 30 seconds after the pounding at their front door stopped, the young women immediately heard gunshots ringing out from the nearby surroundings. When they peered out of their windows, they were horrified to see 3 young women laying along the sidewalk and grass. When police responded to the scene, they found 19-year-old Veronica Wise and 22-year-old Katie Cooper deceased, resulting from multiple gunshot wounds.
That girl's mom is difficult. She spelled Veronica with a K, so you know she's highly difficult.
911, what is that? A severe emergency?
We have a shooting on Embarcadero Del Norte.
Embarcadero, okay, we're on Embarcadero Del Norte.
Goleta, Isla Vista.
No, I know. Where on, like, what block or what's the nearest cross street from there?
It is Segovia.
Okay.
Segovia, Embarcadero Del Norte.
Did you actually see the person shooting the gun, or did you see what it made contact with, or did you just hear it?
I saw the car.
You saw a car? Did it make contact with anybody?
Yeah.
Who?
We have 3 girls, 3 women.
They got shot?
Yes.
Both girls were part of the Tri Delta sorority at UCSB and were simply walking to their intended destinations before being viciously shot and killed by Elliot. The third gunshot victim could be heard yelling, "I'm going to die," repeatedly while speaking to her mother on the phone, but it was later reported that she survived the horrific ordeal. Next, at approximately 9:20 p.m., officers responded to numerous gunshots being heard from the area of Embarcadero Del Norte and Pardal Road.
Tell your dad.
After arriving, police spotted a couple of local college kids standing on the corner and asked about the tumultuous sounds. The students claimed that it was merely fireworks, but the officers would soon come to understand that it was far from anything celebratory.
Humanity is a disgusting, wretched, depraved species. If I had it in my power, I would stop at nothing to reduce every single one of you to mountains of skulls and rivers of blood.
After speaking with the college kids, police noticed a black BMW parked near the Isla Vista Deli, a local diner. Seconds later, they identified a young male frantically running to the vehicle before fleeing eastbound on Pardal. Little did the officers know the man would turn out to be Elliot Rodger, the prime murder suspect in this harrowing case.
911, what's the address of the emergency? I'm at Your guys think somebody else is on the line. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Were you injured? Were you injured? Okay, where are you?
Somebody else's. We're at Ivy Deli in Isla Vista.
Okay, you're at Ivy Deli and somebody shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I understand. Okay, I'm getting help started. Do you know how many people are hurt?
I don't know.
Hello?
Yes.
for?
His office is here.
Okay, I'll let you talk to him.
Soon the police heard screaming from inside of the deli and began making their way to the traumatized bystanders. Inside, they found a young man profusely bleeding while lying on the ground with a single gunshot wound to his chest. He would eventually be identified as 20-year-old Christopher Martinez, a student at UCSB.
Oh,
Initially, it was reported that Christopher could be seen breathing when police first arrived, but soon one of the officers provided CPR as his breaths were no longer visible. Unfortunately, the first aid was to no avail. But Elliot's murderous rampage was far from over.
Where's Ivy Deli, Black? 14, medic, code 3, Ivy Deli, you've got a gunshot wound.
Elliot continued driving around the town of Isla Vista while simultaneously shooting the civilians and hitting them with his car, where he injured multiple people. During this time, numerous police officers responded. Some were forced to engage in shootouts with the killer.
I was shot at from a two-door BMW, westbound from Alamo to Dallas.
CPR in progress.
Okay, we got another gunshot. Victim at shots fired, shots fired.
The first shootout took place on Del Playa Road, where Elliot fired his weapon at one of the authorities from his BMW. Taking shelter between two parked cars, the officer was forced to shoot back in defense, but was unable to stop him. Next, Elliot traveled along Sabato Tarde Road while shooting his handgun out of his window at passing
This is
citizens.
wild.
Fearing for their lives and those around, multiple officers amongst the area opened fire on the car, with only one round confirmed to have entered the vehicle. The bullet wounded Elliot on his upper left thigh, but unfortunately could not bring the ambush to a stop.
All those popular kids who live such lives of hedonistic pleasure while I've had to rot in loneliness for all these years. They've all looked down upon me every time I tried to go out and join them. They've all treated me like a mouse. Well, now, I will be a god compared to you. You will all be animals. You are animals.
The horrific incident would eventually come to an end at approximately 9:35 p.m., when Elliot subsequently crashed his vehicle into the back of a parked black Jeep on Del Playa Road. Officers rushed the scene, where they found an additional victim that had been thrown off of his bike after being hit with Elliot's car. The authorities placed him in handcuffs, unsure if the person had been involved with the shooting. Quickly, they established that the individual was an innocent victim and immediately provided medical treatment for his wounds.
Like 5 hours later.
I am so godlike.
The shooting lasted a harrowing 8 minutes, but in that time, the community of Isla Vista would be drastically altered in the most sickening way.
Uh-oh.
Police immediately began to investigate how someone could commit such an atrocity and eventually found a shocking piece of information.
My name is Sean Kevin. I'm property manager at Ivy apartment. And I know something's going on in Ivy. I just got an email from one of the residents, and it's like really disturbing. And it's like
okay, there's been a shooting in Ivy.
No, I understand that, but I got an email from a resident, and it's like 141 pages long, and it says like the life of Elliot Rodger.
Okay.
At the end, it talks about killing people.
Okay, yeah, we actually have somebody else. What's your name?
Following the shooting, police once again made their way to Elliot's apartment, where they uncovered the bodies of his roommates, Weehan Wong and Chen Hong, and their friend, George Chin. The horror continued to unfold as law enforcement searched Elliot's room, where they found disturbing pieces of evidence, indicating that he had been planning the attack for an extensive amount of time. This included a small sledgehammer, one 18-inch blade machete, a zombie killer fixed blade knife, a folding knife, lottery tickets, a book entitled The Art of Seduction, various handgun cases, a printout of his 137-page email, personal journals, a hand-drawn picture of a person being stabbed by multiple knives, along with several additional items. The journal looked like it had been torn apart, but the latest entry on May 23, 2014 read, "I had to tear pages out because I feared my intentions would be discovered. I taped them back together as fast as I could. This is it. In 1 hour, I will have my revenge on this cruel world. I hate you all. die. Additionally, one of Elliot's button-up shirts and a pair of denim jeans were entangled in his bed sheets. A majority of the clothing was suffused in blood.
How special
Most likely
are we, guys? How special are we? This dude has made how many accounts? He's made how many accounts to join our chat? How amazing are we? I just, that should make us feel super special that he goes through all of that just to be a hater. That's fucking amazing. You guys are the best moderators ever.
Outfit that Elliot wore while killing his roommates and their friend. Officers then noticed lengthy slashes and cuts that had been made to the bed, which suggests that Elliot may have been practicing how to use the deadly weapon before turning it on his first 3 victims. But most eerily of all, authorities discovered Elliot's computer resting atop his sheets, open with the words, "Your video has been uploaded," written across the screen. The ominous video would come to be Elliot's final and most notorious YouTube log, detailing the chilling and unimaginable plan to enact his revenge on the people of Isla Vista, entitled Elliot Rogers' Retribution. Unfortunately, these items were found much too late, for Elliot had already carried out a truly evil act. To this day, many consider Elliot to be a glorious incel hero, but to most, he is known as a cold-blooded killer. Some claim that Elliot has provided them with inspiration, including the mass murderer Alec Manassian, who killed 11 people in 2018. Unfortunately, Elliot is still highly regarded as a hero to his cult following. Before authorities were able to ensure that Elliot faced the necessary consequences, he had completed his structured plan. Within Elliot's car, police found a Sig Sauer pistol, several loaded magazines, and a mix of unidentified prescription drugs. They also discovered Elliot's iPhone 4, containing 200 selfies, along with his infamous vlogs. The autopsy would later confirm that Elliot ended his life. But most would argue that the so-called incel hero took the easy way out, while so many had to endure the worst kind of suffering and pain. Within the short period of time, he would go on to injure 14 people and viciously murder 6 innocent victims.
Do you know how much misery you've caused me? I'm such a nice guy. Why won't you give me a chance?
Oh, it's over. Shit. Now I'm trying to find a funny dog videos. This is from 2 years ago. Hold on. I don't know what it's doing. I can't see that. Okay, I can't see that. I don't know what the hell. Okay. It says, try not to laugh. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Nolly. All right.
Oh, there's Chiketcha. And I want him too. And,
Yeah.
Hey, get off his eyes. Move your hands. Goofball. Oh!
I'm not allowed to have dogs. I have 5 raccoons and 12 cats. No dogs for me. Aw. Look at the little baby. It's a good. Oh. Dog's like, I'm just gonna wait.
Ozzy's not gonna get you. He's just biting the tire. Easy, Ozzy.
Find the tire.
Easy, Ozzy.
Aw. Aw. So, you guys, so, what are you guys thinking? What do you guys think? Miss Muddy, tomorrow, do you want me to start doing the Lori Daybell trial? Because, I mean, I know for sure we can watch that and nobody could try to take down my channel for watching it. So I would definitely do that. I know a little bit about the law. I watch a lot of lawyers. I watch a lot of lawyers. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, sort of. And I might be able to get a guest to join me. I'm not totally sure, but I could try to find out. So, yeah, let me know real quick if it's Lori Vallow Daybell. She's the Mormon lady from Utah. She married this fat ass ugly writer and they killed her husband and her 2 children and his wife. Yep. But that trial's over. She was convicted. This trial is for the murder of her husband. Oh, that's true. Well, you know what you can do? You can watch it live and then come watch it when I watch it and then fill me in on some shit. So then I'd actually have something to talk about, because I really didn't pay attention to the Arizona case that much. So, I mean, maybe we could. No. That trial's already over. That trial's been over. This one is she killed her husband. Tomorrow is day 3. Oh, shit. Well, I would be starting at day 1. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So then we'll do that tomorrow. And then I don't got to worry about that guy copywriting my channel from his 3 accounts. I still don't know why he does the way. I will never understand. But whatever. I don't know. But I do know it is 11. No, her brother killed her. Yes, she's accessory, ain't it? It's something like that. She lied. She's the mastermind. That's what it is. She's the mastermind behind the killing. Damn. 4 accounts. See, that means that we're awesome. I'm sorry, but if you've got to make 4 accounts because you don't like me for no real reason, how awesome am I? Man, I feel so good about myself right now. I'm telling you what, I'm feeling like a pimp. I'm brushing my shoulders off. Bam, I'm telling you what, Miss Muddy. Slick your hair back, man. We're amazing. 4 accounts to hate watch. How amazing is that? I'm sorry. I shouldn't be happy about that, but I am like, there are not even large YouTube accounts like Steven Crowder size YouTube accounts that have people making 4 or 5 accounts to ban their channel. No. How amazing. We're amazing. I'm sorry, but we're great. Yeah. And we get a sense of power from feeling amazing that he has to be lonely enough to do that. So fuck that guy. I'm telling you what, man. I am not even mad about it because at the end of the day, all he's doing is making me feel better about myself. Because I would never take time out of my day to make multiple accounts because I don't like someone for no real reason. How lonely of a person am I if I do that? I don't even make multiple accounts to subscribe to accounts that I like. Because I'm sure I could have made a bunch of accounts to subscribe to people. I could make another account and subscribe to myself. I never even thought of doing that. Yeah, the whole being extra thing, that shit is so funny. But anyway, it is 11 o'clock where we are, Michael. And it might be 10 o'clock where Miss Muddy Lady is. Miss Muddy Lady. Where Miss Muddy is, I think it's like 10 o'clock there, so it's probably bedtime. So let's go give the pillow some head and the sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever.
This movie?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I want to hear the groan.